Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us. That big earthquake that woke most of us up today at 1:30 in the morning was of magnitude 7.1. It shook all of south central Alaska and was even felt far into the interior, all the way up to Fairbanks.
We've been speaking with people all across the state all night who felt that impact. Preliminary estimates show that magnitude 7.1 hit southern Alaska this morning and was centered 55 miles southeast of the town of Iliamna and 160 miles southwest of Anchorage. That's according to the U.S. Geological Survey. The National Weather Service says a tsunami is not expected.
Now, the quake happened deep underground, right under the area of Pedro Bay. And I spoke about an hour ago with Carla Jensen, who lives in Pedro Bay, about what it was like being right on top of the epicenter.
Well, I woke up from a deep sleep, and it felt like the house was, when your wash machine gets off-centered. And I woke up, and the whole house started shaking really slow at first. And then it really started shaking, and stuff started rattling.
And that earthquake woke up people all across town. Many people grabbed their cameras to catch video of it. Bob Griffin's home security camera shot this. Take a listen. Bob lives in South Anchorage. You can hear in the video that his dogs are barking, and then the camera continues recording on its side for the entire length of the quake. The shaking is still going on for more than 2 minutes. After that quake, the Alaska Earthquake Center has recorded 30 aftershocks. After the earthquake down on the Kenai, the fire department responded to a fire at Lilac Lane and Cook Inlet Drive. There were no injuries, but Kenai officials evacuated people from the area due to gas leaks that were discovered after that. There is a shelter set up for evacuees at the Kenai Armory. About 20 people are staying there. The Kenai police chief says evacuees can call the Kenai Police Department at 283-7879 as often as they'd like to check on the status of those gas leaks. That's an issue they're still trying to resolve at Cook Inlet View and on Lilac, and STAR is still looking into the cause of that leak. In addition to those pictures, Zach Moore and his friend Miles Thomas also sent us these videos of those cracks on K Beach Road. You can really tell by looking at this video how deep they are. As you're walking up and driving around today, you should be extra cautious because there may be more damage to the roads like this. Aaron Sayers also sent us video of the crack. He had a lot of adrenaline going on at the time when he first arrived on the scene.
So there was this gigantic earthquake. We were driving down a road to go to our other house. You see this gigantic crack in the road. I have no idea how it didn't pop my tires.
Giant crack in the road. Humongous earthquake.
This is sticking like a foot up. You can stick your entire arm inside the road. This is insane. Oh my God.
Look at the road. Oh man.
Andrew Sayer with that first-hand account on video of California Beach Road. And a lot of us were safe in our homes, low to the ground, but imagine being on the 9th floor of a high-rise building in downtown Anchorage during the quake.
And I could tell it had some energy, so I ran back to my room for my phone because I'd always thought in my head, hey, if it happens, you might as well be videotaping it. I had a hard time standing. I'm on the 9th floor, so the building was really rocking back and forth.
Wow.
And quickly after the earthquake hit, people started flooding social media, whether it be on Twitter or Facebook. In fact, some of our viewers said because they saw outages in the area, the only way they got the updates on the earthquake was through Channel 2 social media posts.
And Channel 2's Rebecca Paulsha joins us now with some of the reaction on our Facebook and other social media pages. Rebecca?
Well, Mike and Maria, who could sleep after that one? Well, maybe a few people could, but they got right back up and seemed to go onto our social media accounts pretty quickly. April Adam Dixon wrote us that got hit by a huge quake last night, biggest one I've ever felt. We ran for door frames. It knocked stuff on the...
We also spoke to the director of the Alaska Earthquake Center up in Fairbanks.
Here's my interview with state seismologist Dr. Michael West, who talks about why the original magnitude got bumped up from 6.4 to 7.1. Why did it get bumped up?
Sure. Actually, the initial reports from the instruments in the first couple minutes had it at magnitude 7.3. You have to understand that as more information flows in from further and further away, that magnitude adjusts, and it takes a little bit of time to settle on, in this case, magnitude 7.1.
Gotcha. What can you tell us about the particulars of this earthquake?
Well, it occurred on the western side of Cook Inlet, about 60 miles west of Homer. It's deep beneath the earth, so about 75 miles beneath the surface, and that's really important in understanding this earthquake. That's the reason that there was not no tsunami warning was issued by the Tsunami Warning Center, for example. It's also the reason that it is not connected to things on the surface, like the volcanoes of Cook Inlet or something.
You know, a lot of people are wondering about that tonight. A lot of people in our newsroom asking that question. Could this earthquake have been connected to any volcanic activity over there? I believe Augustine is fairly close. So it's really the depth that kind of disconnects it from the earthquakes, right?
It is absolutely categorically not associated with Augustine or Iliamna or one of the other volcanoes. That's not to say the earthquake couldn't kick it a little bit or do something, but there's zero evidence of anything like that happening.
The Sheraton Hotel in downtown Anchorage also lost power. We were there as crews responded to the hotel to restore the power. It was back up within about an hour and a half. Power crews helped restore power using a generator. It was out for several hours after the earthquake struck at 1:30 a.m. While many of us were rudely awakened by the earthquake, not everyone was asleep when it hit.
As Channel 2's Travis Cacciatorian tells us now, there were plenty of overnight workers who were ducking for cover in downtown Anchorage.
Early this morning, downtown Anchorage was rocked by a powerful earthquake, with plenty of bar patrons as well as a few business owners feeling the power of this earthquake. Now, we did take a sweep through downtown Anchorage as well as West Anchorage. Didn't see any significant damage to any windows or concrete. That was also confirmed by the Anchorage Police Department, who say they did not see any significant structural damage throughout the city so far. Now, along with the businesses and patrons in downtown, we did speak with a local gas station clerk. He said once he felt the quake, he hid behind a door frame, and he hasn't felt anything like this in Anchorage before.
When it really hit, I realized, oh, we've got an earthquake going on. So it took me about 20 seconds to figure out maybe I need to get under the door frame, because it was shaking really good. The lights were really, just all over the place. And it lasted a little bit.
So it was those few downtown business owners who really felt the power of this earthquake. We actually did speak with a janitor who said he actually saw some of the tall towers in downtown Anchorage sway.
It was weird because I was looking out the window and it almost looked like the building was kind of like rocking. The whole not just the building, but like the concrete pad underneath me was just kind of swaying back and forth. It was pretty phenomenal, because you never expect to see like buildings kind of like.
Now, one of the employees that we did speak with did say that once this earthquake hit, a lot of the bar patrons, they ended up heading home. Now, I do want to reiterate that so far we did not see any major structural damage, but those power outages are persistent through the night. Reporting in downtown Anchorage, Travis Cacciatorian, Channel 2 News.
And our newsroom has been bustling all night, speaking with people around the state. It really was a startling start to our Sunday morning.
People were really willing to share their accounts of how this earthquake impacted their lives. On our website, KTUU.com, we have a photo gallery with dozens of photos from all across the state. And just to recap some of the highlights, it was a 7.1 magnitude earthquake. No tsunami expected. The U.S. Geological Survey says it's because of the natural geographical boundaries of Cook Inlet that protects Anchorage from a major tsunami.
But the earthquake did create a big crack in K Beach Road at mile 1. The road connects Soldotna and Kasilof. Stay away from that area. The road is closed.
And also on the Kenai, there was a gas leak discovered on Lilac Lane following a fire that was quickly extinguished. About 20 to 40 people is the estimate that are now sheltering at the Kenai Armory.
And again, we'll continue to cover this story on KTUU.com throughout the day. Join us for Channel 2 News this evening for the very latest. Good morning, everybody.